let's discuss It's Happening Out's Hot Topic of the Week. It is sponsored by the American retail chain Hot Topic, with nearly 700 locations specializing in counterculture-related clothing and accessories, representing many varied interests of the LGBTQ plus community, including music, movies, graphic artists, gaming, and more. Hot Topic features one of the largest collections of Pride merchandise that celebrate all aspects of the LGBTQ plus community. Hot Topic is a major supporter of the diversity of our community, and it supports many events, festivals, and nonprofit LGBTQ plus organizations. And that is why they are the sponsor of It's Happening Out's Hot Topic. Here we are. In the past years, increasing numbers of business brands have stood up in support of the LGBTQ plus community all around the United States. One of the reasons behind this could be tapping the growing queer market, which is considerably large, and the second is adding to the company's goodwill. It is certainly a good thing. However, recent developments have shown these efforts and support are either insufficient or could be temporary. Examples like Target pulling back some of their Pride merchandise after receiving backlash against the items and threats against its workers, and Bud Light firing the marketing team who involved Dylan Mulvaney in the campaign after the boycott by right-wing and conservative groups prove that not everyone is a true ally. This week's hot topic is, how far can we let an ally retract before we stop calling them an ally? What do we think?
We can't, we can't hold back right from the first hesitation, the first moment. The first moment Bud Light just didn't say anything about Dylan Mulvaney and all the backlash and all the death threats they hate, we were up in arms for the most part, from my understanding. And Target, it took a bit. Target's too big to fail. Why are we so hesitant on going after Target when they are a week later moving things to the back of the store, just taking it down altogether, or not really doing anything to the people who are destroying the displays, the end caps, and the actual products? Why are we so hesitant when it comes to such a large corporation? They're not going to fail no matter what. So we need to be as harsh as we can.
Harsh as we can, okay?
I struggle with this a lot because I think at times our community can tear down our biggest allies. And I think that Target has been one of our biggest corporate allies. And when we come out so strong to say, look, no, I'm not going to take my business there anymore. I'm going to go to some other business.
But honey, you don't think what they did to us was wrong? You're okay? You believe that our merchandise belongs in the back of the bus, right?
No, that's
because I would not be surprised coming from you.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that, like, also...
You want to show my picture
Where's
again?
my prop?
Right? Look over there.
Right here.
Fucking ate him alive.
So the thing is that, like, some of the, like, where are you gonna go? Your alternative, when you're gonna call for a boycott on Target, you're gonna go to some other company that is not nearly has done the amount that Target has done. And another thing that you have to consider with it is that when you're at the top and you're thinking about your bottom line profits, and I know it's very anti-left to say, profits
They're
are
a business.
They are a business.
business.
But when you're thinking not just about business, but you're thinking about, if we lose 20% profit, that means I'm going to have to lay off these people who have a job now. And you're thinking, like, you know what? I don't want to take these people who have been working for me and lay them off. And you have to think about their prosperity as well. And you consider, like, the LGBT, stance on it. And I agree with you. I don't think it was the right decision. But I think that the way that we talk about them and calling for boycotts and how we treat our biggest allies, we need to, like, take a moment and a breath before we do that.
Honey, but a big ally won't put out all that merch and then take it back.
But did you go to Target? Wait, did you go to Target and see the merch being pulled back? The Target that I went to had all the merch in the front. And the thing is that I want to work on facts, right? There was a restaurant with a dog outside, and the dog was panting, looked malnourished, was dying, right? Someone goes, yo, what the fuck is wrong with this dog? They must serve dog food. They must serve dog meat in that restaurant. That restaurant went under. Because someone tweeted a picture of this dog outside of a restaurant, said they must serve dog meat in the restaurant, and that restaurant went under. It's crazy to me. I want to work on facts. I don't want to dog Target because other people are telling me that they pulled back. I know that they pulled back. I get that. This is just a broad example. But I definitely feel hard that if someone removes their logo off of their icon on day 12, I'm done with you. Because now you're using us for the money that LGBTQ people can bring in. And the moment that you get some backlash, you pull out, you're not an ally.
But Papi,
right?
most of the organizations
But I'm
doing
seeing that. I'm seeing that. If I go to a Target and everybody's telling me all the Pride stuff is being sent to the back or they're not there anymore. I went to Target the day someone told me that. The Target right here. I went to the Target, all the Pride stuff was in the front.
The Target with the gay community right next to it. What about
Fair.
the Target with everyone else and all the,
That's
the
fair.
Bible Belt?
That's fair, but that's also hearsay. You're hearing this. You didn't go to Alabama and see if their Target was.
No, but I
You know what
have
mean?
people who are showing me.
So,
I know.
Fair.
Yeah.
So I'm with you all for fairness. Let's look into it. Let's investigate it. But let's also look at
Yes.
season changes and people change. So now, if next year are you going to do the same thing? Then you've clearly showed us where your allyship is, and your allyship is done. I'm with you.
And they
man.
have, yeah.
Investigate, because that's what we see normally in day-to-day life with allyships and people who call themselves allies versus accomplices. I like to use the word accomplice because sometimes people will use you for their agenda,
Yeah.
and then they're done. And so that people can change from an ally to an accomplice. I just want your money. I just want to uplift you for today, and then we're done. But to your point about the capitalism, but guess what? Those employees in Target who know that my month is coming, I can finally be my free self and wear my rainbow socks and be my rainbow self. And all of a sudden, you're snatching everything that represents to me and push me in the back of the bus. What are you saying about me and what I do to you day to
Can
day?
I challenge that observation?
No.
If
Of course.
in 2024, if Target says, we understand, we hear you loud and clear, we shouldn't have done that, we hear you loud and clear. In 2024, we will have no LGBT embracement sections of merchandise at all. Will we be happy with that?
No.
No, because until they come back and they come back full force, then I'm not shopping at Target.
That's-
I mean,
Wait.
were you
just me.
shopping at a store that
I'm
doesn't
sorry.
even put anything
That's
out
not-
that has
that's
to do
not
with
my
You can
question.
support queer local business.
That's your
Wait. You're
question.
diverting
Yeah.
from my question. My question is saying, we're going to work with the HRC, we're going to work with the task force, we're going to work with Equality Florida. But in terms of product in our stores, we're not doing that again. And forgive me, I don't care if Faye thinks we're a good ally, and I don't care if Cameron thinks we're a good ally. We're going to be allied in terms of the activism things of supporting community. We're going to help Black LGBT, we're going to help trans organizations. We're going to spend $3 million in these areas, but we're not going to have any product in our stores in 2024. And whether you think we're a good ally or not, frankly, we don't give a fuck what you think.
And they shouldn't.
And wait,
May I ask you-
and so my question then is, we lose the merchandise distribution in Target. Then are we happy?
So let me ask you this.
We don't
so
need
for me who deal with this daily on
For
people
me?
who say they're allies, if you show in your publicity, in your advertisement, all the work that you're doing to ensure that you are an ally and you're putting it on Front Street.
Yeah, 'cause you don't
then
hear
I'm
it. You
support
don't hear about it.
Then I'm
Yeah.
going to support you. Versus because by them putting their merchandise on in the beginning of the store is them showing their allyship. So when they do the other stuff, they're not showing. So the question it becomes, how far are you willing to buck the
They
system?
made a dramatic mistake.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The dramatic
Okay, so
mistake
so-
was the product that was the tuck embracing clothing, which was the top
That's huge.
the top attack that they got, which was to say it was a very naive response in support of community to allow the greatest hating voices to say, see, this is what they're doing.
Yeah.
But
They made a
twisted
terrible
it.
Okay, so if
mistake.
they
But
show us
it's
their
twisted.
allyship in a different way, like you said, then I would go back and start buying at Target.
What about
I
that
totally
chicken
would.
place?
That's
What's that
fine.
chicken place?
Chick-fil-A that nobody
Chick-fil-A.
But wait, before we move to that, HRC wouldn't, I'm not putting words into HRC's mouth or anyone's mouth. I'm just in our conversation. HRC wouldn't say this about Target. HRC would not say Target is not a great ally to the LGBTQ community. They may say that they made a dramatic mistake in terms of the move of product or the embracement of what kinds of product that they had, but they would say, my goodness, Target is one of the corporations in America, like Coca-Cola, for example, that is Wells Fargo, that is unconditionally there in the advocacy in our community. And as a result, Target can say, wait, yeah, we got it. We made dramatic mistakes. We're sorry, LGBT America, that we made these mistakes. How we will correct this is we won't embrace product brand in our
And that's
stores at
fine.
all.
And get it somewhere else.
I'm okay with
Fine.
that because their products weren't that great anyway. Like a lot of their pride representation was not really coming from someone that was in the community. Let's be real and honest about
But one of
that.
the designers.
No. This year
Some
they
of the
did.
stuff that they were saying on baby clothes just did not make sense at all. I'm okay with what you're saying.
Why
What
do
I'm not
we
okay
have
with is
baby
that their
clothes
icon
with LGBT embrace.
child clothes. They did. They had rainbows and stuff.
I know.
Oh, yeah,
but why
rainbows.
even do that?
Of course.
Fair.
How awful.
Fair. What I'm not cool with is if your icon on LinkedIn is rainbow, right? But you've never given to an organization
Right.
in your entire history of your and we've seen that now where you're on LinkedIn, no one has rainbow icons anymore.
No, it's
right?
gone.
Right.
At the end
Can
of the
I
month.
just tell you my personal story? Last week, one of my friends told me that she thinks that her daughter is gay, and like she's 10 years old, and I asked her if it was okay. I mentioned this on this program. And I've had a couple of shots, so she showed me the shirt.
And Bacardi thanks you, by the way.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, thank you,
Bacardi.
Bacardi.
All right.
So she showed me the shirt. She went to Target and she bought the shirt from Target, and it was two hands that were holding each other. And if you look at the fingers, you can see the BIPOC flag on each of the fingers, and it's a really beautiful shirt.
Okay.
And I was like, that is amazing. And like, there's not very many places that you can go and purchase a shirt like that. And so my challenge to people who are really upset about the fact that they put their merchandise in the back or wherever it is that you decide which company is doing X amount for gay people and merchandise. If this company is giving, is offering a lot of merchandise for gay folks and this company is not, then put your money in this company. If they decide to move it to the back, maybe you put a little less there. But remember, the alternatives when you're calling for a boycott is to go to other places that are not supporting it at all. So just keep in mind the places that you could actually get those things.
Any disagreement with that observation?
Yes,
Stop
you can
listening.
absolutely find local queer artists or digital queer artists via online shopping.
I'm good with that too.
Great. So don't just say.
Like,
But,
why we
but
don't have
here's
to
the,
come
here-
to
wait,
the
wait,
word.
wait.
Yes.
To the observation that you make, it doesn't seem to me to make a point. I hear what you're saying, but I don't see any point of what you've made.
My point is,
because it seems to me that unless we're absolutists, we're not satisfied with what we get. It's all or nothing. And it can't be. The real world today is that we must negotiate for our place in the world. And we can't be
So
absolutist.
be a good ally and learn from your mistakes and come back from it. Okay, like Monday was Juneteenth. What did you do for the Black community? I went to a Black-owned and operated place and I ate there. I bought something from a Black-owned business, right? I went to your event. You empower Black people. That's what you do, Juneteenth, all right? So if you're going to be our ally, empower us.
So my point with Target is, and so I'm gonna take it right where you took it. Target had a wonderful Black author experience. Target stores had a wonderful Black author over years past, where they highlight Black authors and they highlight gay experiences like this, and they do they normalize, in my opinion, these type of opportunities. The only problem that I have, and I'm with Jonathan, do the research. Let's go to those stores, and if you still see it, then purchase there. Don't take everyone's opinion, because maybe we're feeding into the commercialism of a boycott. However, do your research. But if you're continuing to do the work, then no, you have to now hold them accountable. To Al's point, are you giving to HRC? Are you doing that? Let's not keep that in the closet. Let's put that on Front Street, because allyship and accomplishment looks so much more than just putting something in the front of a store.
That I have to pay you for.
You
my
know-
hard-earned money.
And
then check yourself out.
Okay. All right. Right. All right. So it's our hot topic of the week. Obviously,
hot.
very important in June Pride Month in allyship. One last quick point: the number one place, if you want to contribute to a business organization in America, you would look at the HRC's Equality Index. There are 512 approximately corporate businesses in America that have 100% ratings in America that HRC says this is the pinnacle that we hold up that is embracing the LGBTQ community. I would suggest the vast majority of us in the community don't even know who the vast majority of them are.
I don't.
And so as a result, we tend to be hypocritical in what we say, and hence the focus of some of the stuff that's been discussed in June Pride Month. And I'm only suggesting that if we're going to move to the next level, we must stop being this way. That's all I'm suggesting.
Fair enough.
All right. We are Queer News Tonight, the world's first and only live daily LGBTQ+ evening news show from Happening Out Television Network. In the model of PBS and NPR, we educate, inform, and entertain by supporting the 10 pillars of the LGBTQ+ community, with more than 100,000 a week watching on Roku, Apple Television, and other channels. To keep the stories going, we accept donations with 100% transparency. Stay updated and live authentically with Queer News Tonight.